I was really anxious to hear how your training went during the
No,
break.
you were very well. We did level one. The whole what's that worksheet went through step by step. Went through all the explanation, and then with some hands on, have them explain, have them compliment each other, go through some drills, and then practice. And then I told the kids to come up with 50 complimentary words each.
Oh, that's awesome.
So instead of just saying great, fantastic, so sometimes we're limited sometimes with our vocabulary because we don't use other words. So I told them, I don't care how you do it, type it, handwrite it, chat GPT, come up
Okay.
with 50 complimentary words. So when you compliment, you have other choices. And
Oh, I love that.
that worked out good. And then on the final day, I had them teach what their hobby is, whatever they like, whatever they want to present. They have to present it in a 3 minute, 3 to 5 minute, time to present whatever that they like, and they have to teach us how to do it step by step.
Oh, but that was
And
fun.
that was, that was pretty good. Everyone had to, come out with their own way of doing it, and that was fun for them to do.
That's a great insight too into the other people on the team, something that maybe they learned some new things about each other, and that kind of helps bring the team together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
That
awesome.
that is great. And how have you noticed, over the last few weeks or a few months, their receptiveness to it? Do you feel like they're improving and getting the lessons down, and are they having fun with it?
I think so. I think they're having fun. They're learning something. Parents that likes it. And then we had this Saturday, I had them teach, and that one by one, we were critiquing them how they explain, how they taught, and
Hmm.
then we said asked them some inputs, what they think, how they did, why did it that way, and they're thinking.
That's awesome.
Sometimes some kids are not as vocal, so they're they just show the technique, carve it out, and how to do the technique. I say that's okay too, because you get the message across. That's the most important thing. So we said, we had a confident one, we had a shy one, and we had one that carved it out. There's all different, ways of teaching,
Hmm.
and we learn from each other. And you worked out very good.
I
So
am
now we just got to keep
really
pushing
glad.
that.
Yeah. And that's one of the things too about I like having a lot of different people on the team because you have so many different personalities, but your students also have lots of different personalities. So they find someone that they can relate to and feel comfortable with, and they'll go to that person if they have questions. And, not everybody is going to relate well to just one person. And that way it
Absolutely.
can help with your retention too. It's like, oh, I like everybody's classes, but when I need extra help, I like going to this person, or that sort of thing. So that's
Sure.
great. And it gives your team confidence to know that it doesn't have to be done with the same personality that you have, you know.
Right.
I mean, you want them to copy you in a lot of ways, but they are their own person and you want them to be natural.
Sure.
So that's awesome.
So, we're looking for these skills to be transferable onto the mat. So are you starting to see some differences on the mat with some of your assistants and instructors so far? Do you feel like you're seeing
Um,
improvement?
I'm still trying to work on their confidence and speaking ability.
Yep.
Like you said, do the sandwich. So I'm keep on reminding them to give a compliment or demonstrate the technique, tell them what you want, and if they do good or if they don't do good, just give them a compliment first, and then tell them to what they need to fix,
Yep.
and then let them know how it went. And then if he doesn't go well, still give them confidence. Hey, you headed towards the right direction. You're trying harder. That's great. And then keep on until they get it. And then you got to come up with another something else to work on. So it never stops. So you got to keep on giving them positivity on your part, because you're not at my point where I can criticize them and then poke them, because I have different reason what I'm thinking when I poke the kids or adults. They don't know why I'm poking. So you can't do that. Right now, everything you do had to be positive first. And then when you get better, then you get to understand what I do. When I poke the kids, it's not because I want to hurt them, but I need to know what's inside, because not everything's going to be positive when you go out in the real world. So sometimes things going to be negative, and then you got to know how to handle that. And that's why I poke the kids to see how they're going to react when I'm negative towards him. This is not advanced build, not beginners. So they have to get used to me first, and then the way they react is like, hey, was it a good way of reacting? How could you act, react it better? So that's more advanced training.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like the way you have to build a trust, between you and the students and your instructors. And the way I teach a white belt is much differently than the way I teach a black belt.
Absolutely.
And but we can do that, because we've built that
Sure.
trust with them. But your staff and your younger staff need to follow the rules that you set for how to,
Absolutely.
so I'm in total agreement with that.
Well,
Well,
they have to
great.
go
So
through they have to go through their stepping stone to get to where I'm at.
yes, sir. And so you do feel like you're seeing progress, but still need uh more work.
Yes, that's the this generation of kids right now, because of COVID, still messed them up. So we're still getting uh the one and then secondary and tertiary waves of kids having anxiety.
Right.
And you have to work with the kids who has this anxiety and they want to improve. And in order for them to do that, it's going to take time. And I had to be patient with them because everybody copes with it differently. So I have to open the doors a little more slowly for them to believe in themselves, that they can speak up, step up, and then be able to take charge. And that is probably the hardest thing, is overcoming the anxiety a lot of kids felt because of the COVID.
Yeah, I think that one, not getting to or having to interact with people face to face really affected the young people. And I, I, it's exciting to hear other instructors notice that too, and then working towards helping them come through that.
Sure.
I just think that it's a real honor and to be able to serve our communities that way, and
Yeah.
helping the instructors too. They're okay interacting on a video, but then you put a live person in front of them, and all of a sudden it's like it's real life. It's not virtual.
Sure.
So
And then what you put on there, the FAR, find, acknowledge, and reward.
mhm.
So I'm trying to ingrain on them. That's what we worked on this Saturdays. This is 1 week after we did the leadership training, and then this
Uh-huh.
past Saturday was the first one for the weekly Saturday leadership
Awesome.
training, and then we drill them. What's far? What's far? I'm trying to brainwash them.
Yeah,
Find,
absolutely.
acknowledge, reward. Find, acknowledge, reward. You got to constantly find things to help them. You cannot acknowledge them, and then you got to reward them. And that acronym is really helpful. I've been really pushing that. And also I told them that it's not just for the other kids. You have to do that for yourself. You have to find, acknowledge, and reward yourself, and for you to get better so you can be better leader.
I love it.
Yeah,
Abs-
we have a staff meeting later today, and we're starting off the same way. We're going to start off with, man, what did we absolutely nail in 2023? What went really well? What were the successes? And let's celebrate those. And then, now what can we, where did we where was the room for improvement for 2024, and what goals do we want to set? You know, and so yeah, finding the successes of our staff and instructors, and um, acknowledging and rewarding those, and then kind of the combined with the happy sandwich, then you then you set the new goals for this year, and kind of set up where do we want to improve from there. So yeah, whether, and we also do the same, and you know this is nothing that you don't know, but the happy sandwich or the FAR method, we teach that constantly for years and years. I mean, and they're getting so much repetitive repetition on it. And then your experienced instructors, then they still practice, but they can kind of teach the younger ones, and that cycle then starts. So I would really love to see, like, a year from now, you not teaching as much of this, but then your more experienced ones that have been through it and are really, really catching on to it the way you like it. They're the ones that are starting that cycle of teaching the younger ones and stuff like that.
Sure.
That'd be really cool.
Me too.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I look and see that, we were gone so much over December, me and Keith, but the classes went great, and we had great enrollment. We had our best enrollment for a December month in quite a while.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
That's
I think
great.
in 5 years, it was our best December enrollment month.
Oh, really? Wow,
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
great.
And
so
we weren't
Keith
there.
and I are like,
Congratulations.
we should leave more often.
Yep.
Maybe we're the problem.
Maybe we're the problem. Yeah. No, I was really proud of the team, and when you come back and have a success like that, I just I'm like, okay, awesome, cool, and I do want to reward them for the
Well,
job.
that's great. Then, you got people that you trust, and you can leave without, stressing. That's, you can't beat that.
No, no, and I don't know if Keith remembers because was younger, but I remember many years where you were stressed. I
Sure.
remember one this was a long time ago. It was one time I was gone out of town, and one of the staff members called, and they had started training swords, and they had ordered these new type of swords. Well, all the swords were breaking, and the kids
Oh,
were
no.
they were breaking, and I'm just like, I'm far away. I said, okay, collect all the swords and put them away. Don't, I just had visions of bad things happening while I was gone. So yeah, I didn't have that feeling this time.
Yeah. That reminds me, was it in 80s or 90s? There was a popular WWJD. What
Mhm.
would Jesus do? And then, somebody brought that back. It's like, what will Grandmaster Kim do? It's like, good, figure it out. Come out with an answer instead of
I
problems.
like that.
I like it.
What will Grandmaster Amanda do?
Yeah.
Come out with an answer instead of stressing out. Figure out the answer, and when you come back, say this what it, or call you, say this what my plan, this what I'm going to do, and then let me know if my plan is good or bad.
I like that.
I do like that.
Yeah. Oh,
What
well,
did you?
what new things do you have coming up?
The
weekly
nothing a
training.
whole lot.
Fantastic.
So I'm just keep doing that leadership one. We finished it in 1 week, but I think it needs to delve into a little more. So gotta ingrain them a little more, give them a little more confidence, and then we're practicing how to raise the volume of their voice a little bit. So we're practicing the volume control a little bit, and trying to find, I told him, you got to find your voice, because when you're shy and when you talk in front, you don't really use your voice. So you need to be you, and then you got to find your voice, and you got to be able to speak. And, somebody's loud, I'm loud, but some people are not loud. So then you have to figure out how you're going to communicate, either get everybody closer, or you got to be in place where you can, talk where everybody can hear you. And then these things were coming out from the kids, what can they do to improve when they're not loud? And then they're like, one, they can be in the middle of the class explaining, or they can get everybody closer, explaining. I say, you guys are really thinking.
Good.
So it's percolating. I love that word percolating. They're percolating. So it is kicking in, and I'm very happy with results I'm getting. So just gotta keep, keep working with them, and then keep letting them try it out and let them make that mistake, and then be able to come up with an answers on their own how to solve the problem.
Yeah.
I actually really like that you said that you're, yeah, I can be loud as well. I can, but like you said, that not everybody's like that. And I like that you're encouraging other ways, I think that, to be a head instructor or something like that, you are going to need that ability to project and command, 50, 60, 70 people at a time. But for a lot of your other staff, like when we split up into groups, we don't want the volume so loud.
Sure.
We prefer it a little calmer, a little quieter, so that the kids can listen, and so like you said, getting them to come in closer, and just some alternative ways to be teaching. And it's also funny that you bring that up, because it was October or November, Mom. I think we hired a voice coach to come in, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
it was in October. Yeah, we had a staff training, and we had she's a singer and a voice coach. Yeah, like you said.
Okay.
And it was really a lot of fun. That was really the whole, like, the training that day. She took it in charge, and had us all do different kind of things to make sure we were projecting and using the right muscles, not just your throat, but
Right.
and stuff. So that was a lot of fun.
Good.
yeah, I learned things too, from the
Oh,
voice coach
absolutely.
coming in.
Yeah.
It was like a 45-minute session, maybe an hour, and we did different exercises, and they had some cool little tools and stuff like that. And the whole idea was to get people out of their shell, and because the reason they're not loud is because they're not comfortable with themselves and their voice, and at least the staff that we were working with, and it was really helpful. It was good to get them out of their shell too, and we actually noticed a good change. It's still work in progress, but definitely
Sure.
kind of motivated them to do that. So bringing in a voice coach, if you know someone at your academy that's in the music world or anything like that, we had a connection through one of our students, and so anyway, it might be something fun to mix it up. And it's also
Sure.
not. It was also nice because it wasn't us telling them, because they
Right.
Right.
they see us every week, and I tell them to be louder every week, and it was nice to have someone else come in and say it, and just like sometimes you don't listen to mom and dad, but you listen to your football coach,
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
whatever. So
That at the third party.
Yes.
so anyway, that might be a good idea. It worked well
Sure.
for us
So
too. So.
it was kind of interesting. I asked the kids, it's like, raise your hand if you like your voice. That's the first thing. It's like, we're practicing, the volume and all this. Like, how many of you like your voice? And then, a couple of them, they're shy about raising their hands. Like, it's a gift. You got a gift. And if you don't use it, explore it, improve it, then you're going to lose your gift. And in order to learn to use it properly, first, you have to love your voice. And you have to find your true voice, and you got to keep exploring it, improve it. Just like everything else in life, you got to improve it.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, I put out a message earlier today about, because some of the other folks that are members, they can't make this time. And I was wondering if like 3:30 on a Monday would be an okay time? Does that work for you?
Monday, 3:30 is kind of bad because I have to, get ready. I'm at the studio and get ready to teach 4 o'clock. Everything rolls.
Okay.
So 3:30 is kind of tight.
Is that, would like 2 o'clock or 2:30 be a good time, or is that still a little
2 o'clock,
tight?
2:30 will be fine.
Okay, I'll ask them too,
Sure.
and try just to figure out a time, because I know they're watching the videos, because
Right.
we're recording these, but I'll double
Just like
check.
Mass Oliver's meeting.
I can't do that.
No. Just like Mass Oliver's meeting, people show up and people don't show up.
Right, right.
Everybody's got different schedule and stuff like that. It's tough trying to
Yeah.
coordinate everything. Everybody's
It
got
is.
their own, business they're trying to run.
Yeah, we're busy people too, right? So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we are
All
looking
right,
at
well- Oh, go ahead, Keith, sorry.
oh, no, just we are looking at growing and just trying to find the best time for everyone.
Okay.
So
2:30 is good. 2 o'clock, 2:30 is fine.
okay.
So you when you change this, as you always let me know. Then I'll switch it out, make it happen.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Well, congratulations on a good end of the year and a good start to the new one.
No, absolutely. Thank you very much. And just gotta
Yeah, you're
keep now
welcome.
bugging them, working with them, and then give them a little more roles and give them a little more I guess role playing. I guess let them take over a little more. Let them make their own mistake.
Right, right.
Absolutely.
Might be fun too in the near future or so. We could do a Zoom call with them at one of your meetings and they could show us how they're doing, and
Yeah.
we could kind of meet them face to face a little bit.
Cool. Cool. We'll see how we'll try to figure out how to coordinate all that together. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. All right, sir. Well, have a great day and we'll talk
You
to you.
too. Next Monday is what? Is it Martin Luther
It-
King Day, or is it week after that?
It is next week, sir. We are still going as normal, so
Okay.
Obviously I understand if you have plans, but we do stay open on that day, so
Okay.
we'll
Me
probably
too.
continue.
So
Okay.
keep me posted because I might be there's some, because this holiday I might be running another leadership training between 3
Okay,
and 4. Get the kids
Perfect.
to come in and just I can work with them.
sounds great. All right, sir.
Excellent.
Okay. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Bye-bye.
Have an awesome day.
You
You too,
too.
sir.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.